True story. When I was in college, I was a criminal justice major. I thought I wanted to be a federal agent, y'all. One day I'll tell y'all the story about how I got the very long road about how I got to where I am. But I was studying criminal justice, and the part that fascinated me is the court process, because in a courtroom, the jury does not get all the facts. Depending on the way that evidence was collected or gathered, the jury is not getting the whole story. They can only evaluate based on the evidence that was presented. They can only evaluate the version of the story that they were given. And depending on what happens in the judge's chambers, motion to suppress, motion to dismiss, even if it's the smoking gun, even if it's the one thing that would crack the case wide open and completely change the trajectory of the case. If it's not allowed, it's not presented. If it's not presented, it's not evaluated. And so verdicts hang very much not on what is true, but what is available. And I think about the way that we show up to social media. Social media is very much a version of a story. It's not the whole story, because there are facts that have been suppressed, facts that have been omitted, receipts that have been swept under the rug. And so a lot of times we show up here evaluating what we see and not considering what we don't. And I remember reading a book about hostage negotiation. I was in it, y'all. I really thought I was going to have a different career path. And so in reading this book about hostage negotiation, the FBI had a term called a black swan. And a black swan is a key piece of information that if it was known, it would completely change their read of the situation. It would completely change the way that they would approach the hostage negotiation. It's a game changer. And there are a lot of black swans missing from social media, that there are key pieces of information that are out there. There are key pieces of the story that are out there that just don't get presented, that don't come to the forefront. And so often we judge based only on what we see. And then we rush to the comments and we rush to judgment and we rush to condemn and we rush to malign. But I just want to gently remind you that just like a jury in the courtroom, you are only evaluating what you can see, and that there might be so much more that you don't.